I am living a life that I never imagined possible. You know you have a next level within you, but there is something stopping you. At the end of the day, I am alone. I went from that to literally building a six-figure business, having a family, a beautiful wife, two amazing kids. But the only thing that worked for me was having... Have you ever felt like your thoughts control you? You know you have a next level within you, but there is something stopping you. You feel like it's a glass ceiling. You see yourself trying, but not really making the progress you wish you would see. Or maybe you take action, you see some progress, but then inevitably something comes and stops you. After a little bit of thinking, you realize, I am the thing that is stopping me from getting to the next level. If you felt this way, you're watching the right video, and I want to say you're not the only one feeling this way. As a matter of fact, I felt this way for a long time. This is also the reason why I actually went deep diving into personal development, mindset, how the mind works, and how it connects to our body. You see, I started working on my body because I wanted to reach a certain physique, and I thought if I worked on my body enough, if the person I saw in the mirror was matching how I saw myself in my head, that will bring me a sense of relief. So whether I started my hormone therapy, or I had my top surgery, or I actually worked hard for years at the gym building the physique I was able to build, all of that didn't really solve the issue. There's always something that I wanted more. There was always a next level I wanted to achieve. And this is why I usually work with LGBTQ people, because that's also my experience, but also high achievers, people that are very proud of all they accomplished, whether it's they're proud of their career or their studies, they're proud of how they came out to society, to their family, to their loved ones, they're proud of the family they built, maybe they have kids or partners that support them, maybe they have a house, maybe they have a car, maybe they have like actual things they own that make them feel proud, like they are materializing their dreams. But there is always that next level that is not achieved yet. There is not that complete sense of confidence, that feeling whole, that feeling like I made it. I am in the right place at the right time, and I'm loving this life. I feel 100% in balance. I feel 100% confident. I trust myself. That is something that I was always looking for in all these previous years, which is the reason why doing this work brought me to work with some amazing coaches through the years. And I still have my own coaches while coaching other people achieve what I have achieved. Like, what have I achieved? I haven't achieved anything that someone else cannot achieve. And I truly believe that. I am living a life that I never imagined possible for me. I was suicidal. I had some dark years with depression, anxiety, social anxiety. I suffered for years with depression, dark thoughts. I call those my dark years. Very deep, dark moments that I don't want to share here necessarily. I've shared that story plenty of times in different social media, but just so you know, I even got diagnosed with bipolar disorder type 2 at some point, and I've been taking meds for that for a long time, until I achieved a spot in my life where I worked on myself, on my body, on my health, on my physical health, on my mindset, on my way of thinking, on how I shape and create my own reality, and how I control my emotions, how I build emotional resiliency, and basically creating a sort of bulletproof me that I never thought was actually achievable. I ditched the I'm not taking medicine anymore. I quit cold turkey, which I do not, absolutely do not tell anybody to do at all. This is not medical advice. You should not do that. I did that, but this is just to share my personal experience. Just want to make that very clear. And I built all this within a span of 10 years. I moved to this country completely by myself, and I started everything. I met my girlfriend, that is now my wife. Then I got this diagnosis. I went through dark times. I came out to society, to myself, in front of students at university. I did all the things, but there was always that next level that I couldn't achieve, until I realized that what was stopping me was the way I thought about myself, the self-image I had. And it wasn't my fault. It was all my experiences, all of what society, movies, experts, whatever other people put on me. And I also knew if I need to find a solution to this, it has to be on me. There is no hero, there is no one that will come and help me out of my rut, out of me being stuck. And even if I have supportive family, a girlfriend, someone that supports me, the system helps me, at the end of the day, I am alone, meaning not in a drastic, catastrophic, demoralizing way, but in an empowering way. I'm the one that can make a change and it's up to me. So that requires a lot of, it's not discipline, it's not motivation, but it's a decision, it's a realization. And when I had the realization, I also understood it was in my power to do something about it. That's why I found it very, very empowering. And yeah, it was scary. It is scary to take responsibility for literally everything in your life. And one day I even asked myself, what am I getting out of saying that I have bipolar disorder? What am I getting out of saying I have anxiety or I'm depressed? Every behavior fulfills a need. So what am I getting out of having this, of creating this for myself, or seeing this, or being focused on this, instead of going and create the reality I actually want? You are in charge and you can make a difference. And there are some shortcuts you can take. The way I started working on myself has been starting with my health. So I started working on the body I wanted to see in the mirror. And that would give me a little bit more of confidence because I build self-trust by keeping my own word to myself, saying I now go to work out, to move more, to eat healthier, to take care of my proteins or whatever that was. I started giving myself proof, undeniable proof, that I can do this. And I am doing it. I'm in a process. And already just doing that without even seeing results should give you a whole different perspective. Question that I get all the time is, and what I help most of my clients with is, how do I keep consistent? How do I keep myself motivated enough to make these big changes, to go out and truly build the life I want by design? Instead of letting life happen to me, how do I build the life of my dreams, or just reach the goals that I have, or literally just live a life that I enjoy living, where my head is clear, I have a vision, and day by day I'm actually doing things that I love. And it all starts by having a holistic approach. In my view, what I discovered through the years was, I see people all the time going to a personal trainer if they need to work on their body, they go to a therapist if they need to work on their mind or their past or their traumas, then they go to someone else, a doctor, to work on other health issues, and they have all these different categories of people helping them. And what I find in my clients and in myself was the most difficult thing was actually seeing myself as a whole. You are trying to cure symptoms. What you're trying to go address in all these different areas is symptoms. And while that might help and work, what I found is you can talk in therapy, you can go to the gym, but if you don't actually come to the root cause and understand that and really shift the way you're thinking, the way you're seeing the world, your mindset, how you approach things, how you tell your own story within yourself when you're alone with yourself, nothing is gonna work. And I have plenty of people coming to me after having worked with a personal trainer or a therapist, maybe having tried several diets, several workout plans, several apps, several programs online, but they still feel not 100%. They don't see themselves as a whole. They don't understand why they might be going okay in one area, but then something else happens in this other area and that will take them off track. Let's say their career goes great, but they don't like how they look, and because they're not confident, they don't like how they look, they might not sleep as much, they might suck at work, that might not bring promotions when maybe they are sleeping badly because of overthinking, racing thoughts, emotions that might make them not want to go to the gym the day after. Again, it's a domino effect, it's a cascade, and nobody ever takes all of these areas and really shifts the root and goes to see what is the subconscious root. How are you seeing yourself and how are you doing this work? Going back to the ancient Greek, ancient philosophies and all that, one of the biggest rules is know thyself. It's know yourself. And I truly believe that if I can help someone find their own personal success formula, their own methods, what works for them, with their lifestyle, with their way of thinking, with their uprising, with their past and lived experience, that is the only thing that will work. because otherwise you're trying to find solutions that are pre-made and they're cookie cutter and they don't necessarily speak to you. And what happens to most people is they try these things, they see themselves fail, and they think they're the problem, when it's the whole approach that is flawed. Unless you take responsibility and look at yourself and work on your mindset, your self-image, your beliefs, your subconscious mind, then it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get unstuck or to move to the next level. And even if you move to a next level, it's not going to feel as authentic as you as it could be. And that will create a whole lot of different problems. What I wanted to share here is just what I found to be extremely helpful in how I approach my own personal development journey, and truly what made me go from a 50 kilograms skinny kid during my teenage years up to when I was literally 22, 23, being just doing the things that everybody told me to do, following the guidelines, just being the sheep, which again, I don't have anything against, and suffering from all kind of mental issues and really not being able to function in a way that I like, surviving but not thriving. That's what I wanted to get to. I went from that to literally building a six-figure business, having a family, a beautiful wife, two amazing kids, and living a life that I never thought was possible. And I'm helping other people doing the same. And I'm not doing this, I'm not here to tell you you should do the same things I did. I'm here to tell you you should go and listen more to your inner voice and see if it's time for you to take that responsibility. And also tell you what I saw didn't work for me. And if you reflect on it, it might be the same for you. I know for sure that this has been the case for most of my clients, and we're all part of the LGBTQ community in some shape or form. We're all high achiever, meaning we're very proud of what we achieved, but we know there is that next level to us. The only thing that worked for me was having that holistic approach, was truly understanding that everything has a root cause, everything needs to come down to us as a whole and not dividing ourselves into these things. Be working on our inner self, so having some habits, some work that is inner size, working on the mind, working on the feelings, and then bringing it back to the body as well and our health. And those two play together. You're gonna see incredible shifts because of how you're seeing yourself now and all the self-trust that you build in the process. People come to me with all kind of different goals that they want to achieve, ways they want to achieve it, things they've tried, different past experiences, lived experiences. And at the end of the day, what they are lacking and what we need to rebuild, which is what I would suggest you look more into, is rebuilding the self-trust. Is starting doing things and keeping your own word so that you build the self-trust. You build confidence through massive imperfect action because you need to have proof to then rationalize why you should even trust yourself, why you should even go for the next big thing. What is the next big thing you want to go after? Just a very raw video. I hope this is going to be helpful for some of you out there. Subscribe if you want more of these kind of videos. I'm going to upload as much as I can this year. Is one of the goals that I have myself. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, which is nothing, but you know, that next level is the only way we get there is with this massive imperfect action. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Bye.